Now in this tutorial we're going to cover the basics of the fade or fade launch. So fade essentially is where the kite in this resting position, so it's gone into that pancake landing like we learned in the up and over. What's going to happen is the kite is going to launch up like this and then drop back onto its back like this and should stay under tension and travel with me. So the actual inputs for the fade launch that work best for me so far is essentially kind of like rolling the dough. So it's going to kind of go like this a little bit. And the idea is that we're going to add power until the kite is lifted up off the ground. And right as the tail is reaching its upright position, we're actually going to slack out just a tiny bit so that it will drop onto its back and then regain tension. So once more, it's going to look kind of like draw, give, and then you're going to see me catch high and hold my hands together like this while I back up. And that's the basic of the fade. I'll repeat that a couple more times, give you some different angles here. Now one thing when you do the fade, it is very important to have that spine straight. If it is crooked, when the kite jumps, the kite will, of course, jump crooked. So once more, we're going to roll the dough and then catch it high and maintain a steady line tension once it's actually rolled over. Here we go. Now you'll see at the end of that I'm doing an actual catch as well. And the way I'm doing that is once the kite is semi-locked into that fade, with both hands very close and very even, I'm just giving probably a 5-inch little pull. It's almost not even a tug. It's really just a draw towards you. So once more, we'll roll the dough, let it out, catch it high, maintaining tension, and then you'll see me do a little down pull just to bring it right to me. Just like that. Now, some of the others, if, for example, you'll see this happen, it won't quite make it. Okay, so what that probably meant is that the kite has been pulled too much. So to be quite clear is that if I talk about rolling the dough, if you do a drawback, not only are you lifting the kite up like you want, but once it's in that position, you're still adding power, which makes it want to fly down, right? So the idea, again, is to draw until the kite's here, slack it out so it can lay onto its back, and then connect and take it for the fade. Now, if you don't give it enough of an impact, obviously it just kind of goes like that. So the idea, once more, is that you have enough of an impact when you're rolling the dough that the tail will rise up, fall away from you, and then you can go ahead and catch that tension. So here we go. Now, with that fade, you can also do it directly out of the pancake landing, or pancake in midair, I should say. And that's going to look a little bit like this. So we push, roll the dough, and then tug it in. Now you don't necessarily have to do that catch out of the fade. You can actually sustain that fade for quite a distance. And there's one more thing that I want to show you in the fade as well, is that once I'm locked into that flow, right, and we're drawing it down, if I have my hands low, as I walk through the room, my body is creating turbulence. And so the kite, when it's on its back, will actually be less stable. So as you get the fade really locked in, if you can raise your hands, keeping them together, and get the kite at least level with your head or in that range, you'll actually notice that the kite will start to float much more easily. And I'm going to take a long one on this so you can really see it. So here we go. And so once more, you saw you can actually get quite a bit of altitude, and in one of the later tutorials, we'll show you actually how to draw it directly over your head while it's in that fade and flip it back to continue flight. But for now, that's your introduction to the fade. We'll see you in the next one.